Hello everyone, here's the Grim Reader. I am going to take you along. This is my spring break, which is always wonderful. So I'm a little less inundated. I still have work to do, but I thought I would take you along a little bit with basically what I want to make it is a reading accountability and vlog. This is my big read right now, and I have to make sure I don't show things here. So yeah, as usual, I have more than one thing going on per usual. And so I'm on page, where am I? 680 something. And it's going. And my goal is for the vlog maybe to even take you along as I finish the book. So there's that going on, and I can talk about it. It's good. It's very good. It's very sort of gripping, and it's about it's envisioning how the climate change and the political situation will deteriorate into the 2030s. And so it's very hard to not compare it to what's going on right now anyway. It seems like we're on of course it's different from what's really happening, but there are a lot of things that are parallel and scary, and it's a really interesting read. I highly recommend it. Anyway, I'll say more maybe as we get into the vlog. So right now, the first thing I'm doing today is also more than one thing, which is a part of my problem, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I want to get this postcard. So I've gone back to doing a couple of postcards for my hobby of postcrossing. So the online thing where you get an address to send a postcard to, and someone gets your address and sends you a postcard in return. And I wanted to get back into it a little bit. I'm doing it slowly. So this is going to China. And of course, I'm not showing you. What I've decided to do for these international addresses is print it out with the letters, the characters, and then stick it on there. And at the bottom, it says China in English, so you know they know it's going to China. Hopefully, everyone before China can read that. Yeah, that's always a question I have. Like, until it gets to China, no one's going to be able to make out the squiggles. Interesting. Maybe there is a Reddit for. See, this is how my mind works. You're witnessing the beginning of whatever, going down a certain path of thinking. I need to check on Reddit, on the postcrossing Reddit regarding putting which address is better. Although I have already heard that putting the one from the country and the characters of the country gets it there quicker. Because once it's there, it's quicker. Anyway, I see, look, so much to say. And you can tell here what we did yesterday, which was wonderful. We did a very typical outing of going to our favorite breakfast place and getting a yummy breakfast. It was delicious. And then we go to Trader Joe's and stock up. And I always feel like a little bit self-conscious there. And I always say, because I see other people just flitting around buying a few things, and our cart is always so full of stuff. And I always say, oh, we stock up because we're far away. And, you know, like, I don't know. I'm just a self-conscious person. So that's going on. And then the other thing that's kind of going on already is, first of all, I do have work to do. I'll get to that. But I'm also kind of like getting a little bit, I love my journal, which looks like this right now, the big main journal. I put the more sedate cover on it for a while just because I like it. And I'll go back to the other cute one. This was a mistake, and this is the solution to a mistake. I even like damaged the page, which is why I decided to just stick this pretty cards. It's the front of a notebook that I really liked from Germany. I got it in Germany. But that's what I do when I have a mistake. That's the worst mistake. And it just opens to it because it's like thicker. Anyway, I'm very happy with my journal. It's beautiful. It's pretty. But you see the problem here. This is the problem. This is how much I wrote. And so this is all filled with stickers, which is fine. It means I'm using up my stickers. So I'm not that upset. But I do want to write more. I do want to make it more of a journal where I just think, like, put down writing about and more stuff in my life. And I just need to be inspired to do that. And so, and also have time to do that. Here's a little bit more. I like that. It's not even that much. I don't know why I'm just so, don't write a lot. Like, I make lists, which is fine. Here's a page. I think I have quite a few, but it's getting to be more pages where there's no writing. And this is a no writing page. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll put another quasi questionable thing I do is I get interested in things that are way beyond my skill level, like physics stuff, quantum, and even math. And the minute I don't know something, I ask Gemini to explain it to me. And I think for that, I'm not doing anything like handing it in or cheating or anything. I'm just trying to find out for myself. Like I found out about the geological time scale, so the Pleistocene and the Holocene and the other like eons, eras. I have a page devoted to that. So I would call that commonplacing. Here we go. I'm really proud of my page. Well, not that proud, but I think it's cool. Geological time scale, nerd alert, nerd alert. What do we have? We have eons, eras, periods, and epochs, and then you split it into the 4 eons. Those are the big ones, and then you have eras within the eon. I love things like that that are sort of categorizing. It appeals to the whatever is wrong with my brain or right, whatever. Take your pick. And then I saw a lot, and then it even has like gemstone washi. So yay, the nerd in me loves that. So I'm pretty happy. But on the other hand, I do think I want to like journal more, and so to that end, I've decided to watch Coffee Monster. So she does some really nice ones about journaling, and then the Rock Paper Scissors does nice ones about journaling too. And so yeah, that's another thing that's going on. Besides the fact that I do have work to do. So you see, I have things to do. So even right now, what I'm going to do, let me give you kind of a rundown. I'm going to finish the post, and also for myself, not just for the video. Finish the postcard, put it in the mail, make sure I have a picture of it, because when I put it on the postcrossing website, I take a picture of it so you see it. Let me see. The next thing I should probably do, oh, there's a lot of things I need to do. I need to put the reading pages in for my reading journal. I need to renew 2 medications by phoning the pharmacy. And then I can get into the journaling stuff of things. I put a timer on just to keep track of it all. And I have 38 minutes left to do all of that stuff. And then think about, in the 38 minutes, think about what I'll do next, which is probably, I might still be journaling at the end. And then after that, I'll get into work. I'll probably make a list of the order I want to do things in. So, you know, considering it's spring break, that's still quite a bit of stuff going on. But it's fun stuff. And I hope, and I will check in with you later. Bye. So another one of the pluses for people who like postcrossing, another one of the pluses is that it kind of overlaps with stamps and even stamp collecting sometimes. And I know back in the day, philately, I did it. My father did it quite well. He was into it a little bit in Germany. It was sort of one of these things where we worked on it a little bit together. It was quite nice when I think about that. I didn't really get into, I mean, I liked pretty stamps, but the sort of thinking behind how to collect them. But I know that he would like to go get the new ones from the post office. Anyway, and even at school, it was a bit of a thing for a while. We showed each other what stamps we had and traded a little bit. It was kind of nice. And so, I mean, I'm not that into stamps, but you do go to the post office. The problem is, so these are all forever stamps, but they're only for the USA. So, and most of the postcards you get are international. Although I did check the thing that allows me to get USA addresses too. Sometimes I'll put an extra one on there just because it's pretty. But so for the international ones, you have to use a global one. You know, it's more expensive to send a postcard internationally than it is. And the only kind they have are these round ones that say global. And they don't make a distinction between postcards and letters anymore because, you know, there's no need to. And so I just go and buy pretty ones anyway. I just love these ones. They're so pretty. Of course I like these. You know, it's like stickers, like postcards. And they are stickers, let's face it. And then they have these pretty, this is really nice. This is from whatever the rat year was. 2023, I think. I think I looked at the one after that and I didn't like it as much. I like this sort of hippie ones. And then this is World War One. This is Sally Ride. And then this is a love one. It's cute. John Lennon. Bugs Bunny. They're so big. I wish these were global, but they're not. So, you know. But you can put them on if you want to just be nice and put an extra one. Before I did forever, I would figure out how much it is and do that. So these are sort of... This is actually Postcard USA. So that's cheaper, I think. But they don't have that for global. And then this is an illustrator called Tommy Di Paola, and she does nice ones too. So that's my collection of stamps. Oh yeah, there's more of her. And so it's another thing, if you're into this kind of stuff, stationery, stamps, and all that, then postcrossing might be for you. Hello. I'm actually refilming this as a little bit of outside time is when I get to put it in the mailbox. I like how, I think this is a service berry, I'm not sure. There's little buds coming. It's a harbinger of spring. It's kind of a gray day today. And this is the card going into the mailbox. Birdies. The other day I saw a big bird eat something while I was talking to my sister on the phone. Anyway, here we go. Oh, this mail from yesterday. Looky there. Forgot about it. And put it in. And here we go with the thing. Mussolini to Maloney. And Tanya Hitchen goes, I don't know, we don't want to read about Mar-a-Lago. Brothers Grimm. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. It's probably some book. Yeah, I think there's a new biography. I don't know. Maybe it's the one I read, translated, which was sort of underwhelming, to be honest. But I think it's just because I know everything about the Grimms. And their life was interesting, but it wasn't. I had to comb her today. And she gets, whenever we comb, we give her churro afterwards. That's her reward. And she likes it a lot. She likes churro. Yeah, baby. Okay, back to, the time has already been off. I had to turn it off because we're still looking at the journal stuff. Anyway, here we go. Put that there. And on to other things. So yeah, I'm on my second round of 50 and I'm still sort of diddling around with postcrossing. And I mean, it is a time-consuming hobby if you make it so. And I mean, it is. Anyway, I'm always reflecting on my hobbies in a kind of a hoey way, but it's just what I do. But it is really a kind of a what I would call a nerdy hobby because it involves statistics and lists and what I'm sure I'm not the only one who does this. I'm not going to show them to you, but these little books of the ones I've sent with their, who they are and their names and their addresses just for recording reasons, not for anything else. And then I decided to separate out the ones because I have extra notebooks. These are traveler size notebooks for I actually do have a thing for them, but I just decided to not to put them in there right now. This is a beautiful sticker, isn't it? This is the received ones, the list of the ones I've received from people all over the world. So this one often people don't put their addresses on those ones. So you just have their names and the places that you got them from. But what you can do, another thing is fun, and I'm so excited for this one because this is my first one to Tashkent. I think it's the capital of Uzbekistan, and it was my first card to Uzbekistan, so I put it on here on the Google Maps to commemorate that fact. And I wonder if other people do this. Maybe I'll ask on the Reddit. And so it gives you this sort of idea. So if I look at my map of where mine have been sent and received, I have two lists. Look at one from Turkey. Yeah, not that many from Turkey. But then if you see, look up here, look how many I've gotten from, of course, Germany, because I think I put on there that I speak German. But it's so interesting to me, statistically speaking, who does postcrossing. So Germany is one of the top countries because I think it just appeals to a lot of the German mindset, of which, I mean, I have that too, I guess. Many more than France. France has some, but not many. And even England. So there's a lot of people in Germany do it. And for some reason, the Netherlands, I've received a lot of cards from the Netherlands. Look at that. There's so many from all different places in the Netherlands, little towns. And all over Germany too. I'd say for some reason more like almost the north and the east or north, this area kind of. And then where else have I gotten cards from? I mean, you have the whole world. The world is all up for grabs with postcrossing. Quite a few from Japan and Philippines, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, not that many, but some. Japan, more than, and then some from China too. I have received quite a few, more from, not now so many, from Russia. Oh, that's the other big country that seems to love postcrossing is Finland. So many from little towns in Finland, as opposed to these two. I don't have any from Sweden or Norway. That is interesting. I'm sure some people do it. Where are the Swedish and Norwegian postcrosses? Anyway, I'm going on and on. And then I do have a couple from down under. And New Zealand, not that many, but some. Takes a while for them to get here. And Puerto Rico. Oh, what's this one from? Martinique. Cool. Yeah. And then not that many from South America. Natal, Brazil. Yeah, I remember that one. I remember who that was. A couple. Really nice people. So yeah, you kind of, sometimes you remember who they're from too. Not any from Africa yet. I'm sure. I mean, it's obvious, for obvious reasons, not that many people in Africa do it. It is a very first world type hobby for people with time and some money on their hands. I mean, posting all these, you have to buy the stamps and you have to get postcards and all that stuff. So yeah, it's just nice to see the world that way. And so yeah, let me move on with other things. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay, so I haven't done this yet, which is do the reading update. So on Sunday, today's Tuesday already. Yeah, that's fine. So Sunday I read to 660 in the Deluge, and my new read that I do want to talk about, probably in a different video because this is already getting so long, I think, is an interesting listen that I have to sort of preface why I'm listening to this sort of white centering read, but I mean, basically because it's so worthwhile in my opinion. The Commonwealth of Thieves, Thomas Keneally, about the 11 ships that Captain Arthur Phillips took to Australia to start the penal colony in Botany Bay. And I remember learning about that. It was very, very pre-colonial, pre-realizing the downsides of colonialism. In Australia, we learned about Captain Cook and Sir Arthur Phillips, etc., and how, but the sort of, to go into in depth of how, and even just the concept of a penal colony. See, I'm already getting started. So yeah, no, that's my new listen in nonfiction. So that's interesting because I ditched something else that I also have to talk about. I ditched the Durrell for reasons. Let's see. So, but I'm not going to talk about that now. I'm just going to add in the reading for this month, for yesterday. So 660 until, let me see what made a note when I started today. So that's Tuesday. So I've already read this much today, which is good. Better than nothing. Start Tuesday and Monday, 674. So 660 to 674. This is fine. I was tired yesterday because I hadn't, can I write with the camera on like this? I should have it on the stand. It's hard. Interesting. There we go. Didn't really listen to much of the book. I think I'll just leave it. And of course, see, I haven't done the frame decoration yet. Another thing I need to do. That's okay. The other thing I think I need to do very soon is clean the litters because someone was active and I can tell. I basically, when I'm in the room, I try and keep it not so bad. But yes, I have one litter in here that they really are. And then the poor Bill has 3 other ones in there that I clean once a day very well, but that's about it for the cleaning. But I wanted to quickly show you another rabbit hole that I've been down for a while now, a little bit, is quantum stuff. Anything to do with quantum I'm interested in because I'm a humanities person who likes wacky stuff like that. But I know it's way above my brain level, but this is a cute little video. It's going to explain it to me at all different levels. So she's going to have to explain it to a child, and then there's going to be an interaction with all different levels. And I think that's great. I'm enjoying White. I think their coverage of what's going on with the political situation has been great. And I could actually watch all of those over there. That they sound all kind of interesting to me, but I won't do that because I have other things I need and want to do. So yes, there's that going on as well. Let me think. Was there anything else I need to tell you? No, not really. I think that's it for now. Bye. Excuse the absent-minded professor hair, but I decided this would be a good time to show the face. Another quick update of my day, which I'm on, I don't even know what 50 minutes it is, but time flies. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is with me and time. What have I done? The main thing is that I did a pretty thorough cleaning of all the litters, including vacuum cleaning. So kind of clean up the space here, which, there's all levels of a quick clean and a more in-depth clean. And today I decided to lift it all up and vacuum clean it and clean the actual litter, of course, as well. And so that took a bit longer, and it did take a little bit more physical stuff, like which is always a little bit like but it's not so bad. But it means that I still haven't done the two main things, which is sort of think about my journaling. See, this is kind of, I think it's already kind of, it's clear why I do things instead of sitting in and then I don't want to write about them, but I have other things I need to do. It's okay, I'll figure it out. It's sort of interesting to be vlogging about it. And I also have not read more of The Deluge, which is fine because this is sort of prime work time right now. So I think I have 26 minutes. I think I'm going to try and calm down. Maybe think about journaling a little bit. And probably get started on a test. And at some point I will eat something. I've only had a cup of coffee. I'm pretty used to not eating a lot in the mornings at home. I'm having issues with my weight anyway, but I think partly because of one of the medications that I'm on is known for, and I'm not sure if it's because we just eat more because we feel better mentally, or if it is the actual medication, the duloxetine that I'm on, so Cymbalta. Well, that's one reason why I might be gaining weight. The other reason might just be that I'm eating too much. But it's very lopsided. It's sort of in front of the TV after dinner, you know, have a cookie, have an ice cream. Plus I don't move enough, so I'm not that upset about it because I'm enjoying myself when I feel good. But I do think I just need to try and get to where I can move more. I just get very anti-movement because of being lazy or my issues or all the above and being old. But what was I going to say? I am going to spend a couple minutes time, even though I shouldn't because my arm's going to start so. But I just want to talk a little bit about my listen, the Keneally. I said I would make a separate video, but I just love it so much because, okay, so the reason why I love it so much is that I love 18th century ship stuff. Give me I got sick of O'Brien after a while, but it took many books of the Patrick O'Brien before I got sick of him. I didn't listen to all of them. In the end, I thought they kind of I think they lost their charm. But the Maturin series, what's it called? The main guy. I always think of the other guy because I liked him better. The main guy. I forget the captain. You know, who's the other one? Horatio Hornblower, all that stuff. But see, this, and even sort of how it enters into things like Jane Austen. But this is the other side of it. This is an 18th century stuff that really happened, and it's prisoners. And they're kind of, and it's also, I have to say, it's my favorite reader. It's Simon Vance reading this. So yes, I'm there. And it's all about how in detail, you know, what the ship looked like, how much space they had, how awful it must have been for them all. Of course, it is connected to me in my mind. You can't help but think of the slave trade, which is something I should probably get into as well. Just the sort of, but there the awfulness of it might be, I don't know, sort of like it's not, they were not slaves, they were convicts. So how do you make sure they don't rebel? How do you keep them in fetters, you know, and how do you feed them so they don't all die? I'm sure a lot of them did die, you know. Just the conditions on board and the character of the captain, Arthur Phillips, is really interesting. It's really kind of worthwhile to listen to, despite the fact that this is the British side, this is the First World side, this is the European side of things, and I am very much going to go into the other side and do research on my first sort of kind of eye-opening, which is sort of embarrassing to say. I mean, of course I lived there, but, you know, I was 12 and this is the 70s. Listening to Bill Bryson's book about Australia, and he was pretty good and harsh about how awful the Australians were. I mean, we all knew it, but we sort of didn't really engage with it. And now things have changed a lot. And that would actually be, now I'm thinking about it, a good reason, or a reason why I would want to go back, like on top of just going back for nostalgic reasons to do with my life, to do some research. Oh, actually, that's really a good idea. That would be of interest to me to find out more about the actual people who lived there first. The poor Aborigines who were just done so bad, so dirty. I remember that beautiful movie, Rabbit Fence movie, that was very, very touching and made me cry. Anyway, yes, it's very emotional, all the Aborigine stuff, because it was just so bad. But nevertheless, the stuff about the convicts, who I think, you know, that's the reason why it's okay, because like, just the whole idea that committing manslaughter, you get fined for a shilling. Stealing a shilling, you get sent to Australia or hung. That's how it was. It seemed completely topsy-turvy to our thinking. Like, they thought burglary was much, like theft of things was given much more harsh treatment than killing people. Interesting. I don't know where that came from, some kind of enlightenment, some kind of 18th century thing that I actually think this is the sort of the change to the 19th century where everything changed and that stuff changed too, at least somewhat. I mean, of course, amidst all the awfulness that was happening in terms of, in the name of empire. So interesting. Everything is so interesting to me, and that's why I never get anything done. But it's good. It's good to have interest and to be, as opposed to being bored or depressed. Let's see. Okay, so that was my update, and I will talk to you later. It's going to be a long one, I think, so hope some people will watch the whole thing, or maybe we'll put chapters in and stuff, per usual. Talk to you later. Bye. I tried one of these ones. It's called Opera Cream, and it wasn't very good. I think it might be local, like Ohio. No, like New York. Cherry cream. I don't like. It's like old-timey type things. Maple nut cream. Bubblegum eggs. I don't think so. Easter gummies. Easter gummies. Hello Kitty. Kitty. Peeps. Oh, it's cereal. Peeps Churro. Oh, okay. Here's more Peeps. I got the kitties some Peeps toys to play with. Like not real Peeps to eat. Another update. So we had a Kroger run, and I did get one thing I shouldn't have bought, but I got it anyway. Even though it's probably, I don't know, it's like a candle, and I am a sucker for anything patchouli. I don't know, because I'm, inside of me, there's a hippie. There's a hippie. I don't know. I like the smell. I like it. So, and I don't have any right now. Like, my candles come and go. So, Bill had the brilliant suggestion of shutting down my computer to help with procrastination with grading, which I've already done. But of course, as you can already tell, it's like almost the end of the day. And have I done any more reading in my big book? No. Because I've been doing other things, and I have wasted a little bit of time, and also the vlog does take a bit of time, but not that I like doing it, so I'm not blaming the vlog. So we had a little bit of if you just did this, if you did all the grading and then focus on the reading, like I have 2 more sets to do. I have like half of one set to do, and then I have another set of grading to do, and it's 3:30. If I really get to it, I could probably be done by dinner with all of them. Wish me luck. And then what I will probably do is, don't worry, finish this vlog as a getting ready to read, and then maybe do another one of trying to get the book read. So that might be what happens. And what else has happened in the meantime? I got another book in the mail. I'm being bad. And I don't know. I don't think I'm going to talk about that right now, though. But I will show you this. Is another, yet another hobby that I could do if I had time, if I ever have time. But when I have time, I should read. I've had this for years now. And have I ever made it? I wanted to do it over one summer and I never got to it. And I'm sure I could figure out how to make Fred the dinosaur. So that's another thing. One day I'm going to make Fred the dinosaur because I think he's adorable. He's kind of like matches my new pink red sweater, which is funny. The colors don't really match, but they sort of match. Anyway, that's another thing going on. And there was something else. Yeah, the book that I got. And yeah, I think that's it. I did order some stickers already. That's part of turning the computer off. I ordered some stickers. That's sort of my thing I really need to get better at, is the quasi impulse buying of, oh, I'm working, so I deserve to buy myself stickers type thing, which is stupid. But who has not done stupid things before? Anyway, I will check back with you at some point. Wish me luck with the grading. Bye. Here's dinner. Is it gonna melt enough if I put the cheese on now? I guess it'll be fine.
Can you put back in for a minute?
You are gonna put it back in. What?
Yeah, if you're like,
Yeah, make it a little melty. You know me, I love my melted cheese. I'm being annoying again. Look at this delicious meal that being cooked for myself. It means I can go grade the last 2 tests, maybe?
no.
Okay. Okay, I heard the no. Hello, I'm just coming on here to end the vlog, and it's turned into a getting ready for a reading vlog. Like, and by that I mean I got all my testing done today, all my tests graded, and I'm just entering them in right now at 10 o'clock and after dinner. But that's good because it means from here on out I can just focus on reading, you know, and whatever else I want to do. But in terms of vlogging, I want to really try and do a reading vlog where I just give you updates on the end of The Deluge and perhaps some other things that I'm doing in terms of reading. And, you know, we'll see, maybe the little dinosaur thing that I want to crochet. I don't know. I'm tired. This is like the nighttime is hard for me to vlog. But yeah, that's that. And thank you all for watching. It's a bit long, but it gives you a sense of what's going on. And I will be back. So yeah, good night. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you soon. Bye.